Hey all, here are OS Reviews. Today we're taking a hands-on look at Flic's Generation 2 smart buttons as part of their starter kit. So what you see here includes 3 smart buttons and also what they're calling their Flic Hub. The Flic Hub basically communicates with the smart buttons by connecting to the buttons directly, and the hub itself also offers some additional connectivity options, including things like an IR sensor built on in. You're able to now use the smart buttons to do things like control TVs and other hi-fi equipment. You can turn it on. Flic was a very successful product on Indiegogo about 2 years ago. So as the description reads, it basically gives you the power to execute actions without using your smartphone. You can use it to play and pause music, to skip songs. You can program it so whenever you click on it, it will automatically say open up Spotify. So many different possibilities. You can customize basically any application connected to any smart home device, and it can trigger actions based on how many times you click on these buttons. It uses Bluetooth that offers twice the range compared to previous generations, so likely Bluetooth 5.0. Battery life is also claimed to be longer. It is still using a cell-based CR2032 coin battery though, instead of say something that's rechargeable. Packaging is really simple and rustic, and it's just in this cardboard box. It says you are a hero, and this is actually a product that was designed in Sweden. The hub unit itself, this part which is the new one that allows you to communicate with the buttons directly without using even your phone, this optional accessory, and it is incredibly small and lightweight, made entirely out of plastic, but a very clean design. The base here features the micro USB port, so it does need to be plugged into power for the hub part to work, because this will basically connect to the buttons, and the hub itself needs to be connected to the internet to trigger certain functions, like things such as controlling, say, your smart lights, maybe even controlling your smart robot cleaner. So it needs to be internet connected. You can use Ethernet or you can use Wi-Fi. Connect this to the auxiliary port of speakers, so it gives you quite a bit of versatility. And then here we also have the IR blaster, and we have just the 3 Flic Generation 2 buttons. The buttons that we have are white, should come in a few other colors as well, and there is kind of a dimple inwards that makes it easier for you to press down. It is a pretty tactile press that feels decent in terms of the action. The LED light is on the very top, gently strobes whenever you tap on it to just conserve on battery, and on the back here it offers a 3M tape that you can kind of peel off and then stick this onto any flat surface. So I'm going to turn over now to the companion app and take a closer look at how we can bind it. The interface is pretty simple and straightforward. There's 2 pages, one which is for connecting the hub, the other one which is for connecting the buttons directly to your phone, and that uses Bluetooth. And then what we do is press and hold on the button for it to be recognized. So let's press and hold for a few seconds, and indeed, it's found it, and it's connecting. Pairing has been complete. And afterwards, we can tap on Finish. The phone here has registered this button. Whenever I tap on it, you can see it kind of blink and chime. So it's pretty responsive. Actually, yeah, very good in terms of the latency speed. I can tap on it here and begin programming it. So if I tap on it once, for example, I can trigger all of these different types of commands. In terms of phone control, I can use it to take an image using my camera. I can tap on it to turn Wi-Fi on and off. I can find my phone, turn on the flashlight, tap on it once. So it actually works, yeah, surprisingly well. The app has tons of different settings that you can customize through, so they really did a lot of work in terms of the software. The hardware is really small and unassuming, but there's a ton of different things that they have integrated. It can also be used to open up Google Voice, so it can trigger your smart assistant. That's pretty cool. So you can maybe put this into your kitchen. Whenever you tap on it, you can just speak to Assistant to ask it questions. Click can also mute your microphone, so if you're always, say, using it for conferencing, since these days we're all kind of quarantined at home, you can maybe open up something like Skype or Zoom or Teams, and then once you have it open, this can be on your desk. Just tap on it once to mute your mic when you are listening to others. Record audio, so tap on it once to begin a new voice recording. That's also pretty useful. And then under Lifestyle, it has integration with some of these other smart connected devices. There's also a wake up alarm, to dismiss or snooze alarms, so it becomes like a physical alarm button. And my alarm is now ringing, so I can tap on this once and it's now dismissed. So you can actually add even multiple applications even for a single click. There's also communication things you can control, like emergency text and phone calls. In terms of music, you can, again, play, pause, control, opening up different services like Shazam, Spotify. In terms of home automation, this is kind of interesting. You can connect to devices from IKEA, from Bose. You can connect to Philips Hue. Those are the smart lights. And then for fun, we have access to a buzzer. And it is surprisingly responsive, as you can see there. We can also change the sound. That's just a quick demo of what some of those sound effects are like. Other things under fun, we can make a fake call. So there we are, we have a fake call that's coming in. So this is an interesting little, again, feature that they built on in. There's also UberX, so that's quite interesting. And also Wave is built on in. So what that means is you can basically click, for example, and set it up so that they get a request to have a car pick you up, maybe by your house. Once the hub is connected to the internet, because we entered the password, we can now connect our Flics to the hub. After which point we can see that our hub, which is OS Reviews, contains a smart button that we've connected that's called Hub. So the same process is pretty fast and responsive, but basically this button is now communicating with this hub instead of our phone. The setup here is actually exactly the same in terms of UI, but we have a few new options in terms of what we can select because of the added hardware functionalities that the hub provides. For example, IR is one of the new features. You can kind of point it at the IR sensor of the hub for a few seconds so that it basically learns the code from the remote. It becomes almost like a universal remote control, but in a box form. Now, to prove the fact that it's not relying on the phone anymore, but rather is connected to the hub, we can actually turn off Bluetooth on our phone. Tapping on once, you can see that the sound still comes through. The sound, of course, doesn't come from your phone anymore, but comes from the hub. So if your hub is connected to speakers, for example, that's where the audio can come out from. So if you connect it to your home stereo, you can use this to control, open up Spotify, open up some internet services, and the music will play back, connected through the auxiliary jack to any of your speakers or audio devices. Double tap. We have a door knock sound, long hold, we have a third sound. So all of this is working pretty well without even having to, again, turn to our phone. So that's more or less it as far as our hands-on review of the Flic Generation 2 smart buttons and their Flic Hub connected device. All in all, it definitely is a pretty versatile smart key or button that you can use to trigger all types of different things. It is filled with possibilities. With that being said, I do still think, as cool as it is, the app is really good, construction quality, and the build is really simple and elegant. The price is still a little on the high side. Amazon is another player that has a few smart buttons available, offers very similar hardware, and they called it Amazon Prime Dash buttons. And the Amazon versions are a fraction of the price of these, although with those you're kind of more locked in and restricted on the actions that Amazon has hard-coded in. It's easy to use, easy to set up, and definitely offers lots of versatility, one of the better smart buttons that are available. So you can check out more details if you are interested in the links down below. These are the Flic Generation 2 smart buttons, which can connect using Bluetooth to both your phone as well as their Hub companion device, which is the optional accessory that's now available.